Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Jodi, the CEO of Prolong, Lash.
And I'm Alicia.
Yay.
Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're talking about a topic which will bring in the big bucks.
Yes.
We want to talk about how to attract high-end clients, high-paying clients to your lash salon. So
we've got some good steps for you.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm just going to dive right in. I think that you just start off with your branding. Like, a premium service requires premium branding, in my opinion, and I think.
Yeah, definitely. We've said this in a few podcasts. That's, the first opinion, the first impression when you walk in, for starters, how your salon looks, what visual experience you're giving your customer or client as they walk in. So branding's from the second that, to even take steps further back, how they get in contact with you, how easy it is to book. It's the whole experience for them. But I know myself, if I go into a salon, and I'm not a snobby person, I'm not a person I'm happy to be in someone's back room, but I know I've got a girlfriend that I walk in with, and if she's not happy with something, she will walk straight out, and she has money. And she is, first impression is everything. And if something that is not appealing to her, she just walks out. So
yeah. Everything needs to feel premium, you're right, just from the get-go. So the way that they book with you, the way that they interact with you to start with, needs to feel like a premium experience. And maybe even think out of the box. I mean, how premium are you looking to go with your high-end clients? Perhaps, I don't know, this is a bit crazy, but maybe your salon's invite only.
Ooh.
Maybe you can't even request a book. Maybe you invite high-end customers to be a customer of your salon or something like that,
Yeah.
So it depends on like how wild you're wanting to go with this high-end, high-paying client. But there are ways that you can really angle yourself and position yourself as a high-end luxury brand if you're wanting to get those high-paying clients.
And that goes right down to the socials, because I know when you're looking at something in social media, if it's something that looks tacky or that doesn't represent that professionalism, you're already done with this. My girlfriend, I'm not talking about me because I'm not like that, but my girlfriend is, look, they've got this and that and the other, and I won't say what she says, but and even if you are attracting that high-end client and you are doing invite only, get an influencer to do your first social media, or get someone that's noticeable, or get someone that's a little bit famous. If you are really serious about it, get someone that talks about your work, reviews your work, that everyone will go, oh, she goes there, or they go there.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels a bit scary if that's like your aim as well. Like, people think, oh, how am I going to get there? And what if I'm not booked out when I do this kind of thing? But as I always say, there is a client for everybody. Like, if you are going to be really high-end, charge a lot of money, and then when you are charging a lot of money, you can easily provide these premium experiences. You can provide those, influencers and high-end people. You can pay for them to advertise for you. You can invest in really amazing booking systems that are seamless and make it so easy for people. You can invest in a beautiful space that is luxurious, clean, beautiful, aesthetic, and it might mean that you only have to take a few clients a week if they're paying a really premium price.
You're a big believer in paying a premium price anyway on lashes. You've always said. But for you had your own experience. For our global audience, you worked in quite an affluent area at your first salon, and it was very professional and it was extremely premium. And then you went and worked for yourself in a room. How did you find the shift with it, and how did you find that you built that premium business in South Yarra? Wasn't it South Yarra?
Yeah, so I guess we probably did it the other way around. Like, that was where we were, that was where we were living, so we decided to do something close to home. And when we set up, we realized that we needed to be high-end in that area. So, because we're talking a long time ago when we set this up, and there really wasn't any other lash salons. But in this day and age, you would do the opposite. You would say, what is the end goal of my business? What do I want? And I mean, if we had sat down and done it that way and been like, what kind of a business do we want? We probably would have wanted a premium business anyway, because that was the personalities of myself, of Kerry, the founder. So we probably would have ended there anyway. But I think nowadays you just sit down and you go, what do I want my business to look like at the end? What kind of clients am I trying to attract, and what do I have to do that? So then you would go, well, I should go to a geographic location that's going to have the type of people that I need to make that vision work. And yeah, build from there.
The other way around. Yeah, that's right. It's, well, and then of course, wherever you choose, it goes from the front of the store, the foot traffic. You look at all sorts of things when you're building this premium brand. But if you are in an affluent area that you've picked for your postcode, you know who's going to be walking past.
Yeah.
So then your business inside has to be reflective and relevant to that person that's walking past.
Yes.
I know when you go to someone's house to get your lashes done, if you a couple of times I've been to your house, I've turned up in a trackie, you've been in your trackie, the lashes are immaculate, so it's no reflection of your work, but you're comfortable in that space. I wouldn't like to go somewhere where I had to lay down all that time, dressed immaculately, thinking that I had to live up to your expectations of you being dressed immaculately. So it doesn't work for everyone.
No.
And you don't have to have a premium business. But we're just talking about it today because a lot of people ask us this question.
Yeah. And if it's your goal to attract high-end clients, you need to provide a high-end service. So what I do right now, which is, and I don't really service clients anymore, to be fair, it's mostly just friends. And nowadays I don't feel in any way that I could charge a premium service for what I do. I literally have a folding massage bed in my back room, and the dog's barking and the kids are screaming, and we're all wearing our tracky pants, and
or rollerblades.
Yeah, it's a bit hectic, so I wouldn't be charging a premium service for that. But when I went to my home salon from our high-end salon, I still wanted that high-end customer. I still wanted that high-paying customer because I got used to that, and that's what I like. That's how I feel that I wanted to run my business. So my home salon was not the home salon you see when you walk in today in the back room in my office. My home salon was a purpose-built salon space attached to my house. It was actually our garage that was converted to a beauty salon. It had a wall put in. We took the garage roller door away. We put a wall in, door, windows, heating, cooling, flooring done. Like, it was a salon.
Yeah.
And I made it look as premium, as beautiful, and as comfortable as it could possibly be, because I still wanted that high-paying client. And your presence, your dress, how you dressed, did you reflect that? Like, were you well-groomed, hair up, makeup on? Always looking at like my salon self, except when I was very, very pregnant. I did abandon my shoes at some point along the way. But most of my clients were quite accepting of that. It was hot, it was summer, and I was very pregnant. I think I didn't fit into any shoes anymore. So most of my clients at that point were like, it's fine. But yes, I still wore my, my lipstick every day and looked nice and put in the effort, and it wasn't just like rolled out of bed and walked in next door with my Ugg boots on. So I mentioned before, something that you're very, very full on about with people is don't undercharge. Don't bring the level of the industry down, and your own value of your own service. So it's a passion of mine. It is a passion of yours, and lash mites. Yeah. Well, I'm passionate against lash mites. So how do you know, from an outsider looking in, how do you know how to price? Like, global pricing on obviously aftercare products we've got down pat here, but how do you know how to price? It's such a complicated question. It has many answers and many opinions around pricing. I know in certain demographic areas, people sort of rally together in lash communities and say, we can't be charging too much, and don't, overcharge in our area and stuff. Crazy, don't like that. But honestly, I think it is what it's you. It's what you want, and I would base it off what I would need from my life. I mean, we have a fantastic blog, which is how to make $100,000 in a year as a lash artist. Go and check that blog out. There is some very simple and reasonable, easy to use maths in there that are formulas set out for you to use to work out how much money you want in a year. So if you want $100,000, that's just written right there for you in your blog, but you can apply that calculation to any number that you're looking for. If you're the type of person that wants $300,000 a year to live off, I mean, the maths is there. It's not that hard. It just tells you what you should be charging for to make that money and that profitability. So, and you know, $80,000 a year might be perfect for someone. That might just be reasonable, and I'm happy, and I go home and hang out with my kids, and that works for me. And whatever it is, I do think it's personal, but I just will always emphasize, don't undervalue yourself or the industry. Please don't charge $20 for refills. Like, my goodness.
In a lot of industry that's on hourly rate. Lash industry, does it ever work on hourly rate? So when you're thinking about your rate, do you think about what you'd like to earn an hour, or do you just work out the cost of all your goods you use to put a set on and then put a percentage on top of it? Like,
yeah. So in that equation that I was talking about, it is really based on hourly rate. So like based on yearly to start with. So say it's $100,000 a year, and then you go, how many days a week do I want to work? Okay, I only want to work 4 days a week. I want to have a day off with my children or whatever. And how many hours of those days do you want to work? Because I'm only working 4 days a week, I'm actually happy to work 10 hours a day, you know? So that could be your math. So I've got 40 hours there. And then probably take out a lunch break. So I've got 30.
Do you have lunch breaks?
If I did lashes, I
was going to say, what's a lunch break?
Not here. Not here, no, definitely not. But when I did lashes, you have to reset. We've talked about a lot, like self-care and making sure you have lunch breaks and things like that. So yes, I do think it's important. So let's say that's a 38-hour working week for me. And so then you go, to be able to earn $100,000 a year, how much do I need to make an hour to, you know, if I'm working 38 hours a week, how much an hour do I have to charge to get to that? And then you work out your refill prices. So it takes me 1 hour to do a 2 or 3 week Russian volume refill. That hour, that amount of money that I need to earn in that hour is how much I charge for an hour of Russian volume, you know? Your other sets take an hour and a half. So you charge an hour and a half's worth of your rate, whatever it is. Like, it's really just down to simple math and what you want.
Yeah. But it's even a good starting point. It's a good starting point if you feel like you get to an amount that might be 180 or 90 or whatever it is, and you feel like that's not right for you, then you can adjust it a little bit, but be aware you're adjusting what you're going to make in a year. So that's a good idea. That's a really, really good simple formula.
Yeah, and I think it's an easy way because there's honestly that many opinions and that many arguments out there in the lash world about what you should and shouldn't be charging and how you should be doing things in the industry. But it's about you and making a business that you're going to enjoy and love. If you don't want to work 1,000,000 hours, a week, you need to make sure that you're charging enough and make sure that you create a lifestyle that you're going to enjoy, because otherwise you're going to get burnt out if you start hating your job and you're working hours and hours and hours every single day.
Question. Okay, putting you on the spot. Here we go. What would you consider a really high price for a classic lash extension set from scratch? Whatever you... A really high price.
A set of classic lashes, $350.
And you would go, whoa. Is that girl really good? Is that artist really good?
I would think that they were a really good lash artist. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't go, that's insane. Maybe $500, I'd go, that's insane. $350, I would go, that's really expensive, but I bet she's amazing.
Okay. See, so that's the reaction. What would be too cheap in your mind? Where you start to question the lash artist.
$100.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, but that's I'm talking about Australian pricing. If I saw a classic set for less than $130, I'd probably be like, where are they cutting corners? You know, what's going on? Why are they not why are they charging so little? They're either earning nothing, which is just silly for them, or they're cutting corners somewhere.
Okay, so that US dollars, that would be around 230. If it wasn't 230 US dollars, you'd be 230. You'd be thinking amazing. 230 to 250 must be a great lash artist. And then around 80 to 70 US dollars, you'd be going, something's going on. Well, that might give you some idea. Like, if you're listening, watching, that might give you some idea.
Yeah.
Mites that you're very passionate about. We have pricing
I'm passionate about no mites.
No mites. We have pricing that you're very passionate about. But one thing I know that you are full on about, and a lot of lash artists are, is educating your client. Educating your client, passing on that amazing knowledge you have so that your client becomes the expert on looking after the lashes. Like, it's an investment for them. So you become the expert, and you're a very good educator and you're a very good trainer.
Thank you.
So you like to pass that on to everyone.
Yes. So let's imagine you go to a beautiful day spa.
Can we go now?
Yes, let's. Okay, see ya. Imagine we're going to a beautiful day spa, and sometimes, if you just go to the cheap and cheerful around the corner, quick back and shoulder massage, $15, in and out. That's not a premium experience. Let's go to the day spa where you get wrapped in luxurious towels and they have bed warmers and they wipe your feet with a beautiful warm cloth beforehand. And
feed you grapes and bring you a glass of champagne.
And what else these places do that give this extra sense of luxury, care, and make you feel valued is provide you with education as well. They are like, now I'm noticing that in your facial that your skin's a bit dry. Have you tried a vitamin C serum?
No, but I'd love
like
to.
that. Yes, they're going to start giving you options to elevate the service past their actual salon. You're going to take it home. You're going to use their products. They're going to think about that salon when they're at home putting their vitamin C serum on, and they're thinking about the person who did their service and also how good was that massage and I need to book that again, like
subliminal messages.
Yeah, but that actually gives a luxury service that people don't even realize. Sometimes they're like, oh, upselling. I don't like upselling to people. I don't want to have to sell people stuff. It feels grotty or whatever. But you've got to shift your perception on that. You're actually providing a service to people that they need if it's lash aftercare, because obviously people need to wash their lashes, 1, to keep their eyes healthy, 2, to make their lashes last, and 3, to keep your work looking good so that they're walking around advertising something that looks nice, not some like grotty, yucky lashes and then saying that they belong to you. So I think that people really underestimate retailing products and sharing education about how to care for lashes or whatever services you're doing in your salon. I think that people underestimate it. It's not just an upsell.
It's not, and I look at it personally as an addition of the service wherever I am. And this is an old one when I worked in jeans. We used to work at Just Jeans, and we used to sell the jeans, get them fitted out in their Levi's, looking great and everything else. And then if it was a bloke, and I know I shouldn't say that, but if it was a bloke, I'd say, hey, what about a new shirt? Let's get you, now that's upselling. Let's get you a shirt and everything else. But then we'd get to the counter, whether it was whoever it was, we'd actually say, listen, you can buy this stuff and you put it in the wash with your jeans and it's a rock salt and it keeps that faded denim look on your 501s. And people used to go, oh, okay, that's not an upsell. That's an addition to the service that no other jean store had. We had the exclusive rights to these rocks. And we used to sell them at the end of the sale. And they were, not cheap, but people thought, I've just paid 120 Australian dollars for these 501s, and that's like 20 years ago. So yeah, it's just part of a service. And then people go, I've got to go back to that store because they've got those rocks and I've run out of them and they kept my jeans for 10 months longer than they should have.
Yeah, so it's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade,
service and it's product you've just
purchased. Yeah, massive believer in it. So yeah, don't be shy. Talk about what you've got in your salon. Make sure you've got the premium products in your salon. Now that's
the other point.
The other point is, you mentioned before, if someone's charging $100 for a set, you would think they were taking dodgy little steps, or, you know, cutting out things that shouldn't be. Their glue mightn't be great. Their lashes mightn't be the best lashes.
They might be rushing through. They're not applying very well, you know.
Yeah, all those things. But yeah, you know, make sure that when you have your retail space, or you have your aftercare products, or you have your displays, that everything you've done your research on, that you support your exclusive premium salon by having exclusive premium products.
Yeah, you can almost put money on the fact that if someone's charging dirt cheap lashes, if they have aftercare, it's dirt cheap aftercare that they've bought from probably a supplier that's not reputable. It won't be ophthalmologically tested. It won't be things that are safe for your eyes. So if you are going to be stocking lash aftercare, you want to be able
Make
to...
it Prolong. Oh, sorry, did that come out?
Very subtle. I didn't hear anything. No, you're right. You're right. Choose a brand who have a great name in the market, have a great reputation, you know are safe, you know are ophthalmologically tested, you know are FDA certified, all of those important things.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And it only reflects you if you don't have that. So even if you've given this full premium service, then you send them home with something that stings their eyes, or that doesn't work, then that's a reflection on what you've charged them in your salon. Whereas if you're sending them home with something that you know is going to work and it's trusted, and that's just a win-win. And so you can get your Prolong lash, you can dilute it yourself and put your own brand on it, and then they take you home with the beautiful colour that you've chosen, which reflects the experience they've had, which could be a nice peachy colour, and it's sitting in their bathroom, and they remember you.
They remember you, exactly. Keep that advertising going everywhere you're going. Make those luxurious, beautiful aesthetic bottles that you're going to make, and tag us, because we love to see all of the beautiful inventions everyone comes up with, different designs of their labels, different interesting foaming pump bottles. It's always exciting for us to see you guys tagging and seeing what you're making out of Prolong Lash. It makes us very proud.
And it's funny because when you're at the conferences, or when we're at the conferences and we're speaking to people, you can actually, from the personality, and then you see their tagging us on socials, it reflects their personality. Like you see some really, really fun things happening, and then you see some really classy, you know, and I think that is a real reflection of your personality. So it's something they take home, they remember you by, you know it's a good product, and it's part of your premium service.
Yeah, exactly.
No brainer.
People that are paying a lot of money want to take care of themselves and want to take care of their eyes, their eye health, and they're going to want to know that they're using the best product to do that, because, you know, if they're paying high end, they're not going to want to put rubbish on their eyes.
No. And you shouldn't be letting them anyway. That's part of being the educator. I was at a hairdresser's the other day, and had my hair coloured, so all the greys.
Something a bit darker.
Oh yeah, I went a bit darker. Yeah,
Winter's coming. Yeah.
Winter's coming. I took a little bit. I was getting a little bit red, a bit of a red tone through from the sun, so I wasn't really enjoying all that. So she's gone a little bit chestnutty. She called it chestnut.
Did she?
It was the colour she called
I
it.
could be a hairdresser.
Yes.
You
And
can be.
because I had the chestnutty colour put in, she said you need to hold your colour, because the reason I went that reddy, a little bit more reddy shade, was so you wouldn't see my greys. So now I've gone back a little bit more natural.
No way.
Now I've gone back a little bit more natural. She said you need a shampoo that will maintain how long the dye stays in your hair for. She said you can just use the cheap stuff from the chemist. That's fine. You do that. She said I'll see you again in 3 weeks. If you use this, it will last another 3 weeks on top. So I bought a shampoo. I don't usually spend money on shampoos, but it was expensive. It was like $40-something Australian dollars, which is expensive for me. And it come out of the tube, and she showed me it's all black, and it keeps your dye. Now, I just paid for the colour. I paid for my hair to be blow dried, and I was walking out, and I don't have a lot of money, so I'm very careful. But the way she sold it to me, the way she explained it to me and educated to me, I needed that product. Yeah. I needed to get that shampoo for my hair.
And did that make it feel like a higher end service to you to be able to be given the care for it and know that she cares about the longevity of it? She's not trying to just get you back in 3 weeks.
That was the thing. That was what I was really impressed about, is that she was actually saying, I don't want to see you in 3 weeks. You don't need to come for 6 weeks. I like the fact that she was actually caring about my results.
Yeah, so she just gave you value because she's basically extended your ability to have that colour in your hair.
Yeah.
And that's the same that happens with Prolong. You can say to your customers at your salon, sure, go home, don't wash your lashes. First, it's not safe for your eyes, and I'll see you in a week and a half when all of your lashes are fallen out and clumped together. Or you can come back in 4 weeks if you use Prolong Lash every day, because it's proven to retain your lashes.
Exactly the same as retaining my hair. And now she's got my loyalty. I will go back to her. She's got my trust. I will go back to her because she was caring for me. And anyway, she sent me home the little shampoo in a really cute little bag and a couple of little conditioning treatments, wrapped it all up for me and gave it to me. And I was like, and then she had a card in it. And the card was actually a loyalty program. So it had a little stamp on it that I'd had the colour that day. And then I'm like, I walked out with my little gift and my new hairdo. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, now I need to go out.
Yeah, that is really nice. And not to poo-poo that at all, because I think that's a great idea, but sometimes those loyalty cards are getting a bit common, like your coffee card or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think there are some really cool out-of-the-box ideas people can come up with if you're wanting to really attract that money-making client, that client that's going to pay you the big bucks. Think outside the box, and where can you bring in some loyalty from your clients? How can you bring them in? So people that have...
Oh, hang on, I'm going to interrupt you. She made sure I booked before I left.
Oh, very clever.
Yeah, she made sure I booked before I left. Sorry,
must.
I just wanted to remember that before I forgot the story. She actually said, before she gave me the little kit, she said, let's make your next booking for 5 or 6 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Clever.
Okay,
well, you should always do that.
Make your booking.
Yeah, always rebook your client for their next appointment at the time that they're there. Otherwise they forget. But yeah, if you're wanting to bring in that really high-end client, they want things that maybe just aren't provided at all lash salons. They want things that money can't buy.
That they can go out and have a drink with their friends, or sit with their friends and go, guess what my lash artist does? But your lash artist doesn't do that.
Yeah, let's think premium. Do you have a pedicurist come and do people's pedicure whilst they're getting their lashes done? Do you, or a masseuse? Do you provide hand masks? I've seen that you can put your hands in these beautiful little hand mask wraps, and it's great for moisturizing or something. That maybe that's the type of thing when your client comes in and they lay down to get their lashes done, you can say, I'm just going to apply a hand mask for your hands, something really luxurious that's like a gift, that's an add-on, that's not just a normal thing that gets provided at every lash appointment. Every lash appointment you could get a lint ball at the end of your service or whatever, and that's nice, and who doesn't want a lint ball? But that's not going to give people that have a lot of money that you're trying to attract to your salon. A lint ball's not going to do it, guys.
No.
You do need to spend money to make money. You are going to have to spend some of the money that they're going to spend with you to create a luxury service. But these gifts that you're talking about, and maybe the gift is something a bit different, something a bit unusual. Maybe it's a lipstick, or just, I don't know, just out of the box. Don't just do the normal basic aftercare kit. Nothing wrong with the normal basic aftercare kit, but if you're trying to get the big paying clients, which is what we're talking about today, the normal aftercare kit's not good enough, guys. Go extra, do something luxurious, make people feel like they are valued. People with these big money, they'll buy your aftercare cleanser, that's fine, whatever. Or just include it in the service cost, because then it just feels to them that it's part of the whole experience, and you just give away your cleanser. But think of things that you can do that are outside of the box.
Sitting here thinking about things, what I would like for that time of laying down, I'd like my feet rubbed. I'd like a foot massage. That's what I'd like.
Maybe you have a masseuse on staff. I mean, I'm thinking real luxury here, just something different. And if you're wanting to go out there and make a real splash and be I am the luxury lash service in my area, we do something no one else does, back yourself. Do something no one else does. Be the real luxury service.
I wonder if there's anyone that does that.
Surely.
Have you heard?
Surely. Do you do it?
Yeah, tell us. If you do something, no, you might want to give your secrets away. All right, we get that. So if you do something and you want to tell us about it, drop a comment in the end of the...
Can I come?
Yeah.
If you do, I want to come and get a lash service there.
Yeah, we should. We should go out visiting. If you get in contact with us at www.prolonglash.com.au or we can't do America. I was going to say we could go for a visit.
We could go to America.
We could come. We could go to America. We could come and do a visit to your salon, and you can give us the experience.
Yeah, please.
That would be great.
Yeah,
we should do that.
Absolutely.
We should do that tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Just pop off to the airport now. Sorry, we're gonna go. That sounds good. Let's do that. But yeah, I do want to know. I want to know if people are doing something really out of the box and really luxurious, because I mean, if I had my time again and went back to lash salons, I honestly think it'd be so fun to do something so high end and so different that would just be exciting. Like, how amazing can you make an experience? That would be a thrill for me, like just seeing how much you can do and how the different amazing things you can do every time.
Well, because I have to admit, I dread lying down for that amount of time, and I dread going. And it's not you're quick and you're excellent, but even to get me to lay down, sit still to get my hair done. But if there was something in the service, I would pay for it. I would pay extra to have something in the service that was just that little bit different.
Yeah.
But I was like, even if sometimes it's the music to me. The hairdresser I went to last night, she had great music.
Yeah.
I love her music. So while I'm sitting there and the dye's going through and I'm on my phone usually, I like the music in her salon. And she has this big box of Turkish delights, but not the cheap Turkish ones, like real Turkish delights, and the coffee machine.
Reminds me of Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. What? Like real Turkish delight.
Yeah.
Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe.
I've seen it, but I can't remember. No? Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, but it was a book, but where I read it when I was a kid. It just makes me think of that because, like, the kid gets trapped by the witch because he just wants to eat Turkish delight. And I really didn't know what Turkish delight was, and all I wanted was to eat Turkish delight. It sounded so amazing, you know? Yeah. And then I ate it, and it tasted like shit.
I love Turkish delight, so...
It was the worst day of my life. I was like, I've dreamt about Turkish delight for so long.
Since you were 8.
Yeah.
This was last week. She tried Turkish delight, and she's devastated.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like Turkish delights. My friend owns a chocolate shop, and she just made an Easter egg for Easter that was a caramello Turkish delight Easter egg. Sounds revolting.
What? Caramel and rosewater?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Was it?
Oh, it was so nice.
Do you know what else I tried over Easter?
Shout out Sandra, well done for that.
Something else I tried over Easter, and you can stock these in your high-end salons because they taste so good. There's a pop-up store, and they take like all of those old school kind of candies, like a red frog, like red jelly frog, those candy bananas, like those kind of things, and dip them in their chocolate, and that's their thing. And I got red frogs covered in chocolate for Easter, and they were
yum.
So good.
How did we get onto chocolate? Oh, because the experience. So
yes.
They've literally won me with a good Turkish delight. Not Alicia. She'll hit you over the head with her Lion, Witch and Broom in the wardrobe.
Do you not know the Lion, Witch
and the Wardrobe? I do know it. I do not. I don't think I ever read about it. Is that not it's not a Eden Light book? Is that
I think
one of
it's
those?
C.S. Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's a whole series of them, and they go into
Narnia.
It's Narnia.
No, well, I've seen Narnia the movie. I've seen that Narnia movie. I've been to Narnia.
So I'm going to go back. I'm going to circle back to what you're talking about. Music. You were loving the music as well, and I used to let people choose their own music when I worked by myself, because I would just have my computer open, and I'm sure you can do some beautiful aesthetic version of this maybe on an iPad where people can choose playlists from Spotify or something. But I used to have my computer open back in the day, and then we would just choose like different playlists off Spotify.
That's good.
So you can like let them choose, and you can give them themes like, you know, relaxation spa music or 90s,
heavy metal,
90s pop or whatever. And people used to come in, and my clients got so used to that they just walk in and be like, hi, and just start using my computer and choosing their music.
It's like a jukebox.
Yeah, which was cute. I liked it. Like, it really sort of customized their experience. And you can do that with lots of things, especially now with all the amazing technology and AI and stuff. I and you judged a lash competition last year. and we had different genres that we were judging. Mine was about marketing and different things technology that they use for marketing. And one really interesting marketing technique that I read in one of the submissions was that they had a TV screen, and when the next person was coming in, it said welcome and their name. So when they walked into the salon, it would literally said, "Welcome, Jodi," and they would open the door and the screen was welcoming.
Like a hotel room.
Yeah.
You'd want the bed and the room service menu then.
Yeah.
I'd be looking for the room service menu. You know what? It's going off something that I'm completely off track, but talking about hotel rooms. You know, now you sit down for dinner and you have to scan something and look at that. You know what I miss? I miss the old-fashioned menus.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't miss the menus at all. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm just like, scan, order, good.
Oh,
and I wish a robot would bring out my food.
There goes another job. Thanks to Alicia. Do not run for politics, whatever you do. I don't think I'd vote for you. You and your AI. Or you're going to turn your kids into little AI robots.
Yeah. Do you reckon I can plant chips into their brains?
It's funny that your dog's name is Chip.
Yeah.
So you were thinking of the future back then. But yeah, no, I like a bit of a personal touch. So but I would love that, walking into I did customer service in that judging competition, and that one of the girls that I thought was fantastic, one of the ideas was the music thing. But she used to have Siri.
Yeah, good.
Siri doing the talking, so they'd walk in and say, "Siri, can I have?" And I think that's cute. You walk into, "Siri, can we have a little bit of Metallica?" or whatever it is. I went for an MRI on my knee when I had my knee surgery done, and when I was going in, because you're claustrophobic and you're in this, funnel machine. And they offered music there. What do you want to listen to? It's going to be about 40 minutes. What do you want to listen to? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was really...
A true crime podcast?
No, I didn't. I don't know what I actually asked for. I think I asked for pop or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't even what I asked for. It was just that I got offered it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good part of a service that I had to have for medical reasons, but took the edge off how I was feeling, and it was my music I was listening to. So yeah, music is important for me. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I think so. It gives an experience, and also it can suit your mood. Sometimes you're just tired and you want to chill out, and you just would rather some ambient kind of
Nora Jones or something.
Yeah.
And how many salons used to play that? Sail away, sail away, sail away. Every salon you'd walk into is doing that. Every salon I used to go into, I'd be like, okay, get some menu. But anyway, all right. So let's summarise what we've talked about. So Red Frogs, music, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Yeah. To build your business, to build your business and attract that high-end customer. We've given you some ideas today. Make your surface out of the box. Offer something that's a little bit different. Have your salon set up that reflects your personality and how you want it to look for them. Make sure they're getting a really nice experience from the start to the end.
Yeah. My tip is just go wild. Like, don't hold back on your ideas.
Fancy saying that to me.
Go well. I don't know what go wild would mean for you. You would have a jumping castle in your salon, a ball pit, prizes.
The ball pit. We went to a luncheon the other day. It was last year, and I remember walking in, and it was like the usual setup. It was a business one. It wasn't a fun lash industry one. It was a business lunch function, and we walked in, and Alicia and I walked in and dressed up nicely, and we're all sitting down looking for our seats, and over in the corner there was a ball pit. My eyes lit up. I thought I was in Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I was straight in it. I jumped in.
She was in. You bet she was in.
So yeah, not that you can do that in your salon, but that would impress the hell out of me.
You could do it in your salon.
Could have a ball pit.
This is what I'm saying. Go wild.
What about a creche?
Oh, that's a great idea. Babysitter.
What about a creche?
That is a great idea. That is high end. Have a babysitter person.
I just come up with that, and I don't even have a baby.
Yes, that is fantastic. Have your salon with your beautiful environment. There's a
catch-22 because the kid's going to be screaming while the mum's laying down.
No, that's a babysitter's problem.
Okay.
There's a place nearby that does this vibe. Not exactly, but like it's called Relax and Play. It's
Oh.
I know about it because I like to relax while my kids play. No, but it is upstairs beauty services, nails mostly, nails, and like glass window looking down on a play center. Look, it's not exactly safe because I wouldn't want to be that far away from my kids. So I'm like, I don't know how it works, and I wouldn't actually do that. But it's a good idea if they haven't executed it properly. But you're right, creche. So like have
even if the creche is next door and
exactly
you drop and it's a normal creche and you allocate 5 spots a day. I know how serious it is with, or you allocate 1 spot a day at that creche from your salon, and the kids can be filled in.
Yeah, there's childcare laws, so check your local area. In
It's
Australia, it's
laws.
like,
You
I
probably
know,
have to get
it's
certified to
one,
have a kid in
it's
creche.
one babysitter for like 4, but it's just babysitting, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to, it's not like kinder or something like official, it's not school.
Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, so it's like one babysitter per 4 children in Australia, so like it'll be different everywhere. But you can have a babysitting area with like a little playground and stuff, and someone can look after your kids whilst you get your lashes done. That is high end stuff.
That is high end. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is high end. So yeah, think out of the box that you're in. Don't get caught up in the normal stuff, and get excited like we are about it.
Yeah.
We're going to go and open a salon.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready. We're just going to go and open a salon.
Creche salon.
Well, it's going to be half and half my personality, half yours. So
there'll be ball pits and luxury. This is actually the perfect business for us.
we should do it.
All right, see you later, guys.
See you, bye. All right, well...
No, but seriously, let's make sure your brand is premium from the get-go. Let's talk about that. Let's circle back.
Yep.
Are we still here? From the get-go, you need luxury. Your brand needs to exude luxury. You need to have luxurious socials, luxurious website, a luxurious way of booking, make things easy, make things aesthetic, make things nice.
I just agree with everything. Nodding my head.
Oh, I've already said it all.
Yes.
And then, of course, the experience, premium as you can make it. Go on to ChatGPT and ask for the most outrageous ideas it can come up with for the most high-end experience salon, and then hopefully it goes mental, and then just pare them down until you can get something that's reasonable for you and your setup and your ideas.
But it'll get your juices flowing. That sort of stuff gets your juices flowing.
Exactly.
We're hoping you listening today got your juices flowing. Like, we're hoping that you are out looking how you can get hold of Prolong Lash and get it in your aftercare range and make sure that everyone's using it as part of your luxury service. So I think that about wraps us up for today.
Yes. Yeah, we got a bit off topic. If you're still here, congratulations. You made it.
You're a winner.
Gold star for you.
Okay.
But if you are still here and you're still interested in what you have to say, please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content, hopefully mostly about lashes and not about The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe or Turkish Delight. But if you want to buy Prolong Lash to stock in your high-end luxury salon, you can do so at www.prolonglash.com or .au for Australia. Jump onto our socials, and our blog page has lots of interesting, helpful tips. Get onto that blog, how to make $100,000 a year as a lash artist. You can apply that to any amount of money that suits you. And, share the love.
Tune in next time.
Yeah.
Loved you being here. Thanks for listening to us ramble on.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.